Hey everyone, welcome back to a special edition of The Chat with Cam. Today I have a very special guest joining me, and you know what? She has pop music going on with a little country flair. She's from our area, and I think you're gonna love her. Her name is Zinnia Moon, and so welcome to the show, Zinnia.
Thank you so much.
First of all, my very first question for you has to be about your name. You have one of those names that definitely needs to be shining brightly in big letters. What does your name mean, and where did it come from?
Well, it's kind of a funny story. When my parents were naming me, they were going through all different names and they couldn't decide on anything. And then one day, I guess our mail lady every year would deliver seeds once a year. And it was that time of year. I was born in September. And my dad went and got the mail, and there was a pack of zinnia seeds. And supposedly he went inside to my mom and was like, "Why don't we name her Zinnia?"
Wow.
And I guess it just stuck. And people don't believe it, but my last name is actually Moon. So the cards I was given, I got really lucky, and yeah.
No, it's a beautiful combo, and shout out to that mail lady, I guess.
I know.
We'll have to check in on her.
Shout out to her. I don't know where she is, but she really helped us here.
And in my intro, and I know it's on your Instagram bio, you describe your sound, your genre, as pop with a country flair.
Right.
What does that mean to you, and how did you land on that blend?
Right. Well, I feel like melodically I lean pop. I always grew up listening to more of the pop stuff rather than country, and when I was younger, I always used to hate country music. I was never really picky about music, but I was like, just make sure you don't play country music. And now moving to Nashville, I feel like that's kind of what I fell in love with, is country music and the morals of country music, and that's where I resonate with most. So my writing style has kind of developed, focusing a lot of, I focus a lot on lyrics and my songwriting. So I think that's where that country aspect comes in, and kind of following in that.
That definitely makes sense. It's interesting, that conversation when people say, "Oh, I can't stand country," or they
Right.
don't like country. And I felt like for myself, listening to country, it is more about the lyrics than anything for me. You are a senior at Belmont University.
I am.
Studying songwriting, right?
Yes.
What role does that kind of play in how you now think about lyrics and songs in your songwriting?
Right. It has played a huge role. Belmont has really kind of changed the way I look at songwriting and the music business. I think when I graduated high school, it was always something I knew I wanted to do and pursue. And I'd written a good handful of songs, and now since going to school, I write 4 to 5 times a week. And
Wow.
yep, always collaborating with some of my best friends, and just writing with new people. So it's definitely changed the way I listen and look at songs in general. I notice things. I'm more keen to detail and what the song means, and I just pay more attention to the structures and the rhyme schemes, and I try to take note and relate that back to the music I'm writing and how I can kind of mirror the skills.
What kind of speaks to you first? Is it a feeling? Is it a lyric? Or is it a melody?
This is such a hard question. I think it changes. I feel like a lot of the times that I sit down and write by myself, it's a feeling. It's normally when I start to feel something and I just need to get it out and write something. Actually, last night, that's what happened. I was just thinking, and I was like, I have so many feelings and thoughts right now. I just need to write something just to get it out. But when I'm writing with friends, I normally pull from a little book of thoughts I once had, and I bring them to them, and we talk about it. And I feel like a lot of people who don't really know the music industry and the songwriting process, it's interesting to hear that being in this room, it's kind of like a therapy session. It's just a lot of talking and bouncing ideas, and It becomes a safe space, and it's nice because you get really close to your collaborators, and they know a lot about you, which sometimes can be scary, but
They know your deepest, darkest secrets.
they do know my deepest, darkest secrets.
But it's free therapy.
It is.
So now take me a little bit back. Let's go all the way back. You're growing up, your childhood. I read that your dad used to play the guitar.
Yes.
You grew up playing the ukulele and the piano.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about those types of influences, and then also musically. Who were you listening to when you were growing up?
Right. Well, growing up, my dad has always been like a hobbyist guitar player, so I grew up with him playing guitar in the house. Every night he would just plug into his amp, and my dad always played, or still does, play a lot of blues music.
Ooh.
So I grew up listening to that almost nightly. And if he wasn't playing, we always had some sort of record spinning. And so I just kind of grew up around music. And as my parents say, I kind of just like came out singing. When I was super young, I was just always singing, and I don't even know what words I was probably saying, but
La 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 la, do re mi.
whatever came to mind. And I would be brushing my teeth, singing in the bathroom every single morning. But yeah, my dad was always involved in music when he was younger, and my mom has always just had a big passion and love for music. So I think I was just born into a creative family.
Mm-hmm. And your sister.
And of course, my
she's
sister.
also a singer and songwriter. So where did it start? Was your mom like, all right, you got two of you guys going at the same time, and your dad's in the background with this amp. Like, what was the house like on the day to day?
Well, interestingly enough, I actually started doing music, and me and my sister are 7 years apart, so she was more into sports at the time, and my sister's always been super artistic. She's done like mosaics and always was like very good with drawing and whatnot. And I never got that skill, and I still don't. But that's when I became involved in theater. And I think my first play I ever did was Carousel. And I was in second grade, and I fell in love with that. But then my sister kind of fell into my footsteps, funnily enough. I don't know.
Funny enough. Yes.
Funny enough. Yeah, so that's kind of how that played out. And then when she started doing music more and she started performing out in public and doing like open mic gigs, that's when I started following in her footsteps. And that's when writing became more important to me because my older sister was writing, and I kind of started following everything that she was doing.
Do you remember your first gig?
Ooh. I don't fully know, but one of my most core memories is doing open mic nights. There was this place called the Tuckerton Beach Grill, and we would...
What a name!
We would be there every week pretty much, and we would just sing, and I had my ukulele like you mentioned. And me and my sister, I remember we would sing together Sweet Pea. That was like one of our songs we always did together. So I'm not sure if that was my first ever gig, but that's kind of where it all started.
One of the first.
Yeah.
Nashville now. How does Nashville compare to the music scene, or what you may be able to learn here that's different from what you learned in Nashville?
Right. It's totally different in what I've experienced. I feel like Nashville there's just such a big community for music, and all of my best friends I found through music. So it's really cool to have that family, and we all connect through our passions and the things that we love, and that's been really inspiring. Whereas at home, it's been a little bit different. I was always the one person who did music in my age group, so I never really had other people to relate to. And since moving to Nashville, I have so many people that I can talk to about things and do it together. And that's been really relieving and helpful, kind of navigating the whole Nashville scene.
Well, you found your community.
Right.
You have a song that I think is coming out soon.
I do.
Called Nothing on You.
Yes.
These lyrics stood out to me. Wish I could blame you for the goodbye. I wish you weren't such a good guy. Something to justify these red eyes. I only see you in the best light. And you later say, just give me something I could use because I've got nothing on you.
Right. Exactly.
We can just end the interview right there because
Thank you.
bars.
Thank you.
Where did the inspiration come from for those lyrics?
Right. Well, so I actually wrote this song with 3 other people, Ella Unruh, Chase Kinski, and Ryan Albritton. And we had a write scheduled, and I remember going into the room that day, and I was like, I want to write something upbeat, something fun, summery. And Ella Langley had just dropped her album, so that was
We love.
that was kind of like the reference, a little bit of I want this type of vibe. And we kind of just started bouncing some ideas, and then this idea landed, and these lyrics kind of fell into place. Yeah, and it was just kind of electric in the room, and it felt like we were writing something good and exciting, and I'm really excited to share it.
Oh, it is very good. And we're going to get a little bit of a taste later, but I have just a couple of rapid fire questions for you, if that's all right.
I'm ready.
So what's your favorite place to write songs?
Ooh, this is a really hard question. I think it's probably in my room.
In your room.
In my
Any
room.
specific spot?
I normally sit in front of my keyboard with my guitar. So when I run out of ideas on my guitar, then I put it down and I have my keyboard right in front of me.
Love.
So that's definitely where my favorite spot is.
Dream collaboration.
Oh, geez, this is a hard question. I would love to collaborate with some of the top women in country music right now, and those being like Ella Langley, Casey Musgraves, Avriana, Kelsey Ballerini. Those are some of my favorites.
I also saw on your highlights on Instagram, Maren Morris was in there a couple of times,
Yes.
who I really loved.
I
too.
love Maren
I
Morris
could see you guys
too.
doing a little something.
Yep, I love her like pop sensibilities, and
Yes.
she's able to have like a pop album, but also dive into country, which I think is exactly what I'm looking to do.
That's your taste.
Right.
What's the song you're most proud of?
One I've released or one that I've kept a secret.
It could be any of those options.
Well, from the songs that I've released, Better Version has been a standout song for me, just lyrically, and it holds a lot of emotion, and it's meant a lot to me. I also have an unreleased song called Being Pretty, and I'm hoping to get it out soon. It's a piano ballad, and it kind of emphasizes the idea that beauty is really what's within, and I would love to get that message out just with the use of social media and how hard it is, just with comparing and everything that comes with seeing other people constantly. And it's just a reminder that beauty is not just what you look like, it's more importantly what's on the inside. So
Amen to that. What's one thing fans would be surprised to learn about you?
Maybe that before I moved to Nashville, like I was telling you, I was really into sports. And I played flag football, and I played soccer. And I feel like flag football is always something that people turn their heads to. So I think that's an interesting fact about me is I used to play football.
My last question for you, not rapid fire, but when you have a new audience or a new person who's listening to you for the first time, what would you like for them to feel as they're listening to you, and what would you like for them to take away when the performance is done?
Right. This is such an important question to me. I think I really want the listener to just feel seen and understood and have someone to relate to, and I would love to be that person and just make someone feel something is the most important part. I think about music in general, and I know that when I'm in the audience, that's why I'm there. And to be able to do that for other people is something that I dream of doing, and on a bigger scale, and that's that's the most important thing.
Amazing. If people want to listen to you and your song, your music right now, where should they go to stream you?
They can listen on any streaming platform, whatever you listen to. I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, all of them. And most of my socials under Zinnia Moon Music. You can find unreleased stuff and more about me. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much for chatting with me and telling me a little bit about you and your story and the why.
Thank you.
And I think it's time to hear a little bit of something, Nothing on You.
I would love to.
All right.
Yes.
Performing Nothing on You, this is Zinnia Moon.
What you did is what you did. I don't blame you, boy, I get it. Hate how you made the best decision, but I guess it's better that it ended how it did. You always had the best intentions, patient when I would get defensive. You always gave me your attention, and I hate it, can't regret it. I decided our mind isn't working this time. Wish I could blame you for the goodbye. I wish you weren't such a good guy. Something to justify these red eyes. I only see you in the best light. Ooh, as the dust turned to dirt, had a reason to hurt. Just give me something that I can use, 'cause I've got nothing on you. We walk for hours by the lakeside. You pick me flowers on the way back to my place. I can't stop thinking about the front porch, last kiss, too short. I wish you didn't make sure I was okay. Wish I could blame you for the goodbye. I wish you weren't such a good guy. Something to justify these red eyes. I only see you in the best light. Ooh, as the dust turned to dirt, had a reason to hurt. Just give me something that I can use, 'cause I've got nothing on you. And I've tried to move on, fall into other arms, but boy, they don't got nothing on you. I've searched for some proof to damage the view that I've got of me and you. Wish I could blame you for the goodbye. I wish you weren't such a good